Today is October the 12th, 2025. October is the month that we celebrate and acknowledge breast cancer awareness. As I stepped into church today, I was inspired by testimony time. We had two people. We had one guy in there who caught a very unique type of virus. He had to learn to walk all over again. And then we had a young lady, I think she's 35 or 36. She was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, and now this month she's a year survivor. And that's remarkable. I sometimes forget that I even had breast cancer. The reason why I forgot is because I don't even think about it, right? When they told me that I had something called triple negative, it means it's more prone to come back somewhere else. I told myself I was going to be good. And I remember when I first found out, I ended up calling my Aunt Jackie, and she sewed into me for 2 hours, y'all. When I'm talking about praying for me, just going over the journey of my Aunt Gail Bishop. Gail, rest in peace. You're forever in our hearts. You're in my heart. You are resilient. And she was diagnosed stage 4. They told her there was nothing that they could do, and she said no. She advocated for herself, got treatment, and lived 13 years later. So me going to church today was right on point. I knew that message was for me, and I told Bishop Clark, I said, this message was for me. And we were talking about prayer and what prayer is, and how prayer is a conversation you have with God, and you also having God talk back to you, and he will meet you right where you are. It doesn't matter. A lot of people say things like, oh, they gotta wait until they stop smoking weed, or they feel like, if they make a mistake or they do something, they have to wait. God meets you right where you are. And I'm just really grateful that I'm still here. I cheer myself on as a breast cancer survivor. And I tell myself every day, I'm good. I'm good. It's been 8 years. Or is it 9? Well, I got diagnosed in 17, and the way that they do it is they start from the time that they diagnose you. So from 17 to now, I am a survivor, and I'm grateful. I really had hoped I could be an ambassador for Northern California, but things beyond my control. The organization wouldn't let me do it. Oh well, because I know that I would be a great advocate. I could just share my journey, my testimony, my story, the side effects that they don't like to talk about. They want to sweep under the rug, but then I meet 50 other people and they're having the same side effects. And I don't even talk about it. I don't really post about it, because I remember a good friend of mine, one time I posted something, and she told me, she was like, oh, watch that post, because people are funny. And I'm thinking to myself, what could she possibly be talking about? Why can't I post something that's personal to me, asking for prayers? But I get it, because some people feel like you're playing victim. Some people feel like you're on a pity party, and that's not the case at all. I can speak for me, because God created me. God has always had my back through the lessons that I've learned, through the mistakes I've made, through him showing me favor, through him blessing me. I'm grateful for each and every stage of my life. And so as we celebrate breast cancer awareness, remember the loved ones that have gone on before us. Do your breast exams. If you have a family history of breast cancer, when you have those notifications to get your mammogram, your mammogram. I know I started getting them when I was 40. I just didn't do them. But I discovered my own lump. Yes, I did. I discovered my own lump. I got diagnosed at stage 1. By the time I got a second opinion, I was stage 2. I went through treatment, and I have to honestly say that when I hear testimony of other people, sometimes it breaks my heart, because they kind of suffered. I didn't suffer during my breast cancer journey. God put the right people in my life. I had the right support system. Like, everything just worked in my favor. And I'm still here, and I'm grateful. So as we celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month, do your own breast exams. It could potentially save your life. Strive not to be scared. I'm not going to tell you not to be scared, because what I learned from my pastor is you can have faith, but it doesn't mean you can't care, right? You pray about it. You have that faith. You petition the good Lord. I petition him all the time. Sometimes it's easier than others, but having that absolute faith as a mustard seed, that's the key. Mindset, that's the key. You newly diagnosed, no matter what the staff say, take it to the good Lord. Petition the good Lord. Do the things that you need to do. For the most part, I eat healthy, but sometimes I don't. I'll fall back into bad habits, but I'm quickly to get back on it. You know, I had a mini scare, but you know what? God got me. I'm not worried about it. I just threw it to him. I'm like, Lord, you got me. You got me. If you're in need of a doula, because I'm a doula, you can reach out to me at Yolanda Thomas 8899 on Instagram or wellnesswithyolanda.net. If you need some support during your breast cancer journey, let me know. Instagram, Yolanda Thomas 8899. I'm also on TikTok. I think that's Yolanda Thomas 88992 too. And then my Facebook is Yolanda Thomas. Thank you for listening. Faith of a mustard seed and prayer. YT over and out.